Hello everybody, it's Calico. I don't know if you can see this tree. I'm trying to film it here. It's called a flame. Oh, it says I can't it says I can't rotate the camera while filming. So I'm just gonna put it up here. Let's see. There you go. See the tree? These are the flowers on this tree. I don't know if you can see this. I am like, yeah, I'm inspired just by this flower and this tree and you and me. Hi, I want to talk about divine providence. Yeah. Let's talk about divine providence. You know, it's amazing how this process works. As I sign up for anything, any retreat, any program to do with mind training and awakening, I go deeper, and it gives me an opportunity to really live the experience of divine providence. And this whole inquiry started when Living Miracles said the next online retreat was going to be divine providence. And I went into a Course in Miracles, which is where I always tend to go first, and there was no mention of divine providence. And I thought, interesting, Jesus never mentioned divine providence. What the heck is it? And then I went in and did a little Webster search, and divine providence is foresight and prudence. I thought, okay, foresight, before sight, and prudence is insight, not the external, not the camera action that we have going through our eyes. So it seemed real appropriate that, well, why didn't Jesus put it in divine providence? Because it's in the Course in Miracles. But I realized one of the things, and this is something I'm finding for myself on a regular basis, this is not about studying. There's no studying involved in this. And the online retreat, I think, is going to be discussing this. This is mind training. This is what we never learned to do, and we are now, many of us, coming to terms with. Just have to show you the flower again. It's like I'm, oh man, I'm seeing Lila in my flower. Anyway, this is before sight. This is before we ever had form. This is the divine providence that we come from, and that Jesus is talking about in the Course in Miracles about returning to. And it really is, A Course in Miracles is a text on how to mind train. So discussing it is kind of like, favorite saying of mine, pissing in the wind. It's not to be discussed, it's to be practiced. And I mean, that's the benefit of, for me, living in community. I get ongoing practice every moment. And so this retreat on divine providence brought up all these issues of what is divine providence and what does it really mean. And divine providence, what I'm really seeing for myself is it is everything. In the parable of Calico, it is everything that has ever happened to me. So I really take, I'm looking at my foreclosure, the parable of the foreclosure, which was a disturbing process at best, and what a gift it was, because it was my gentle reminder, you may want to rethink this. And I remember there was a specific time in that process I thought, man, I am so not happy. And I thought, what would it take for me to be happy? And in the linear time thinking, everything said, you're right, you need to fight this, you need to go for this. This is, you're in the right, you have legal rights. And I kept going, but I'm not happy, but I'm not happy. And so in that process of seeing how unhappy I was, it's like, okay, how can I best get to a state of happiness? And it was so clear, stop fighting. And so I walked away from it, said, fine, Chase, you got it, it's yours. I'm going out, I'm going to find joy. And it's not in fighting you. And I guess what I want to say is for all of you, if you're finding your life not happy in any way, it's completely within your power to turn that around. It may not look like the sane thing to do. However, I look at my last years of, I could still be fighting Chase. And instead, I've really been profoundly learning how to be joyous and in every moment. And it is in the mind training. It's not in form. And I just invite you to join us at this retreat because I think it's going to be a powerful one. Jesus in A Course in Miracles, and I love Jesus's humor, and I'm seeing it in this particular topic. Why didn't he put Divine Providence in A Course in Miracles? Jesus didn't want us to study Divine Providence. Jesus wanted us to live it. And that's what a text in A Course in Miracles is all about. How to live joyous. How to live Divine Providence. How to see everything of your needs are taken care of. And the more I move into this, and again, I just refer back to the foreclosure because it's been one of my greatest gifts. There was a time in my parable that I believed in conspiracy theories a lot. And so in any belief system, the more you believe it, the more you manifest it. And so what I was doing was actually manifesting a foreclosure, manifesting more legal wranglings with the very world that I believed was so horrible. And the gift here is I'm now believing in Divine Providence and believing that the gift here is for me to be joyous. God being love is happiness, which is today's lesson. And that's the gift. If I want to be happy, I need to bring the love on. And if I'm not loving in any way, if you're in a relationship that's unhappy, if you're at a job that's unhappy, if you're unhappy for whatever reason, well, stop it. And, pray for another way. Because in this moment, we're meant to be joyous. So anyway, I don't have my glasses on and I can't see who's on, but I hope you get something from this. I know I am. I've got this flower that I share with you. It's all joy. And I'm looking at it, and it's David's favorite color. David, this is for you. It's a flower. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope you find the joy in your life today. And with that, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can click finish. And oh, look at all the hearts. Hi, guys. I love you. And hopefully we'll see you at the retreat on May 3rd. Okay? Bye.